Greetings. Right now it is 2:19 a.m. and been up all night doing homework. However, that's not important at all. Technically it is because yes, homework is very important, but one thing that happened tonight in this journal, I wrote a poem. And this is something I'm going to be doing for a while because my friend introduced me to it, and as much as journaling has helped me throughout this entire over 1 year long journey, I'm sure this will as well, because it's just like journaling except more artistic and a bit more constrained, so it makes it more challenging and fun. So let me recite you this poem. Time goes by, environments begin to change. As the old me dies, all I can feel is pain. What was all this for? The running in the rain? As I leave and shut the door, all he becomes is a stain. The growth I thought I knew, was it really just a muse? I have nowhere to call home, because of all that I've been forced to lose. In the beginning, it really was okay. I truly didn't have to choose. If only the old me was here to stay, I wouldn't have to keep hitting snooze. The good thing is it's not too late. There's always a chance to reconciliate. My past mistake may have brought me down, but it doesn't have to define my fate. In the future, I don't ever have to frown. Now I know life doesn't need to take place underground. The old me has always been alive inside my heart, and he has taught me that's where reunion has to start. Without him, this whole life is a lie. Now I really know he doesn't have to die. So when someone says, you'll be the same child you've always been, I turn, take a look inside, and give him a warm-hearted grin. Now this poem is really about your inner child, how if you really take self-improvement too seriously, like I did when I started on it, and you make it your entire personality, then you really lose your actual self. And I was not happy at all in my first year before, like, when all that loneliness period, all that everyone tells you to do that was not good for me at all. And while I do say I had growth in it, I definitely didn't experience true growth, like, of my character and of my skills, like my speaking skills, my confidence. And I really never, like, was myself, always restraining myself. The fun things I wanted to do, I never got to do because I was always like, get on that grind, do this, do that. So, I mean, I look at the me from elementary school, middle school, and I see who I am. Then I can go now see who I am now. I can see consistency between those two me's, but not in the middle, not in that ninth grade gap where I was lonely and only focused on self-improvement. You need to be yourself, and I can't stress that enough, how much you need to just live yourself and truly be yourself. What makes you unique is what makes you you. And if you make self-improvement your entire life, you can be like every single guy in the world. You're going to have all this money. You're going to have all this fame. You're going to be like, have perfect body. But you're just going to be like a really mature guy, kind of like a robot. If everyone was the same, what would be the point of living? Like, think that we just ignore ourselves, our true identity, and conform to the identity of hyper masculine, hyper mature, and we just make that who we are. And if the whole world is like that, we're all the same, and who's to say anyone's made a bigger difference than another person, or someone's a better person than another person, or anyone's more likable than another one. It's just all futile. So if you're gonna, yes, obviously, do good things, work out, journal, like whatever, these generic things that are objectively good, but then also do the things you like, the things that you want to do, things that you enjoy. Like, if you like writing poems, do that. It's gonna make you unique. You need to do the things you want to do. Like, let's say you want to build games, of course, do that. That is objectively good and it's something you want to do. Don't quit gaming because gaming is a part of you. Yes, you should definitely not spend every waking hour of every single waking day on it, but if you like games, that is who you are, and you should definitely embrace that. You can't deny yourself an identity just because you think you want to become the best in the world, when if we all do that, we'll all end up being the best in the world, but best will become normal. So what's best if everyone's here now all around the scale, but then we all become here? That's as opposed to here right now, because there's a whole range, and when there's a range, there's a bottom and a top, which is humanity. There's the top of humanity, the best, and then there's the bottom, the worst. If everyone becomes the best, then there's no freedom. You can't go down or up. Everyone's going to be the same. And there's no range at all. Who's to say John over here is better than Barack Obama? They're both the same. So, yeah, that's just my point. Be you. Be unique. Do the things you like. Don't deny your inner self. One thing that I never liked was when people said you'll be the same child you've always been. But that's just okay. That is a great thing. You might think of it as a bad thing, like, oh, I'm immature, but no, you can be a mature version of your young self. And if you really like this hyper-masculine, hyper-mature guy, and then one day you find a wife, who's to say that wife likes you for you? She likes you for what you become. What is like... Here's my theory. There's a core of humans, who you truly are, the core. And on the outside, there's a crust. This is the self-improvement part of you, the stuff that you expand. You keep becoming greater, and then you add on to your qualities and the things that are objectively good, as I said before. But the crust is what makes you you. It's what sets you apart from everyone else. It's the one thing of you that doesn't change. So stop trying to hide it. You just build the crust on top of it, but let your core, be who you are. You can't really change your core. I mean, you could, but it's definitely not something you want to do. You want to build your crust on top of your core, so you can become a perfectly refined human, set apart from all the others, one of greatness and one of uniqueness and your own identity. It is really late and my throat is starting to hurt. So, yeah, just whenever hold on, let me read the last two lines again. So when someone says you'll be the same child you've always been, you'll turn, take a look inside, and you'll give him, the guy inside you, a warm-hearted grin. Your core. Farewell. Have a wonderful night.